Hello everybody and welcome back to EPEC. We're finally slotted in for the last day, day 2, and I'm once again joined by Benjamin. Are you excited for a collection of best of ones that will decide which one of these teams, well, which of these teams are actually going to make it to the LAN finals in Poznan to play up for grabs for the spot at the MDL relegation? Of course, on top of that as well, Ben, make a bit of moolah out of that 70k that's up for grabs.
Yeah, I mean, just for getting there, you've got the guaranteed, was it 5,000 euros?
Yeah.
So, you know, even just getting to that LAN stage on its own, worth quite a bit there.
It's a lot of money. You're not going to want to miss out, obviously, a good breakdown between the sides, but some of those teams have left us. Let's refresh our memory by looking at the standings from yesterday's games, as a few of our teams have already gone home.
Yeah, so obviously we saw Kinguin, arguably the favourites of the entire event, dropping out due to that head-to-head matchup against AAA right there. You'll see the 9 points. Some people are thinking round difference, surely Kinguin go ahead. Unfortunately not. They did lose 16-14 to AAA earlier on in the day yesterday. Endpoint also fall through at 5th place, probably a disappointing one from them, only getting point through having an overtime victory and loss. No quarter cartel, Turkish side not quite able to get things going. And on the other side we saw Diffuse Kids, the Benelux representatives, Nexus Gaming, the Southeast Europe representatives, and Forge, who won the Italian Premiership, all dropping out. Forge without a victory through the entire day. Very poor performance from them, and I believe they'll be regretting how it went.
Yeah, definitely a forced fight between some of these sides, Ben. It was quite hard. We did lose a few big names though. Kinguin go out, Endpoint a kick straight out, Diffuse Kid struggled. Let's move on and see which teams actually did make it through the new group stage with the 6 teams that have been able to get out, and this is what we have left, Ben.
Yeah, so some people will be wondering why have teams already got wins on the board, considering we're technically starting day 2 now. But it essentially means all the teams removed from Group B, for example, so LDLC, Fish and Attacks, they have already played matches against each other. That means they don't have to play against each other today. And LDLC, because they technically won both games yesterday, one of them in overtime, it means they start today with 5 points. Euronics, the same goes for them, 2 wins. And right at the bottom, AAA, not a point on the board yet today.
No, very far down, obviously left in a pretty awkward position. That is going to be a hard-fought fight for them, and they actually might be out from the get-go.
Yeah, there's a potential scenario. So obviously there's 3 games to be played today. They could, in theory, win all 3 games, but if results go the other way and can technically push them out, they can win all 3 and still be out, which is a horrible thought to think about. But obviously, if you're playing, you really don't be. You're just thinking, all we can do is play what's in front of us, win the games, and hope things do align in their favour. That's
the thing, the mistakes have already been made, right? If you leave it in a situation where it is up to the other teams already, there's nothing you can do about that. You just have to kind of have a clear head for the rest of the games you can play and can potentially affect. But let's look at the games that are going to be going on today. Our first collection of matches, there is going to be 3 games going on at the same time. Alternate Attacks versus Euronics. Currently the top team in Euronics in the group are going to be looking to try and find a win there. And these are some interesting matchups as well, Ben, aren't they? Yeah, so obviously you mentioned the Attacks game with Euronics. Technically the German derby, both German representatives facing each other there. Rematch of the 99 Damage League final. AAA versus LDLC, another rematch of the French National League. And then obviously fish123 versus KPI. Funnily enough, KPI matched up against We Hot from the UK Premiership in order to get that last slot at the MDL relegation to begin with this season. So KPI, again, facing technically that UK side, trying to get their way forward in this tournament this time. And that is going to be the one we will be following as well. Fish123 versus KPI. For Fish, the roster was quite interesting. Obviously, a little bit of a shake-up of what we expect to see. Normally, if you're around the UK scene, you know Fish well. It is the standard setup of Sliggy, Keita, and Bayfam. That was the original core. Yeah. From that, it developed into more or less a bit of a mix. We saw Cryptics thrown in there. Obviously, Keita, when he could step in, sort of took a bit of a step back. But definitely a much different squad that we have today. More of a European mix side. Yeah, I mean, yesterday, the name in everybody's minds would be Kiyoshima playing. And then you had Blame F as well, formerly the Epsilon side. And then Surreal, Crucial, and Fry, formerly of Wind and Rain as well. So in terms of, individual firepower, it's a phenomenal lineup. But there are hints today. I saw Kiyoshima might not be playing. He's currently listed, I think it was a TBA on the actual roster for today's game.
So if they were to lose him, that's kind of a major hit in their chances.
It's very true. Obviously, Kiyoshima, one of the much bigger stars in that team. And interestingly, there's rumours that sort of murmurs that they might actually just be playing together more so as an actual team now with this Fish roster we're seeing here today.
Yeah, at least the 4 of them
cool.
is the guarantee. I'm pretty sure Surreal, Crucial and stuff, they were part of that Epsilon lineup towards the end of the MDL season. And then Keo, he mixed out the I series with both Surreal and Crucial. He thought, might as well stick around a bit. This has been quite fun, actually. Probably a different atmosphere as well from what he's been used to the past few months in the French scene with everybody arguing, roster change, that sort of thing. He's probably thinking, might as well just have some fun. And clearly he is having some fun considering he's stuck around.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's not any loss for him. He wouldn't... This is at no point a team where he's going to feel there could be issues that arise for him. All he's got to do is be a star fragger, just find kills, and basically have a good time with the rest of the squad. And there is a lot of talent in there, actually. They're not players that are anything to stick your nose up at. Crucial, someone that has floated around a lot of teams for a while. It seemed like at one point he was on the cusp of breaking through.
Yeah, I mean, he had that spell in Splice, which was... I mean, he came in at such an awkward time. It was with Cillian and Machine Gun, which was
a weird pickup altogether.
It was actually 3 different continents being represented in that same lineup. It was a bit like, how is this going to work? And let's be real, it didn't. Like, you know, Machine Gun, apparently his English still wasn't that great, and then Cillian was then booted as well, and Crucial was kind of left there just thinking, what's actually happening here?
Yeah, because I remember bumping into 3 of them when I was at BlizzCon that year. They were all there, they had popped down, and it was hard. Machine Gun definitely seemed out of place cultural-wise. Like, he didn't fit in, he didn't feel comfortable, and they said that. They were just like, it didn't really work. Yeah. And I think that was the knock-on effect, because individually he was very talented.
Yeah,
he
always had that skill, didn't he? Like, the Mongols, he was always that top performer, and coming to an NA team, being different country for 1, 2, you're kind of forced into now speaking English.
Yeah.
And then 3, it's just the culture difference, like you mentioned. It's a difficult thing to just slot into. I mean, it'd take a lot of time to just gel in that way with your new teammates. Actually, it'd be different if you knew one of the players at least. Like, you know, if you have one good friend in a team, you can at least just stay with them. They can help you. But as I said, it was a brand new place for him, and he couldn't really slot in. Especially when it wasn't even that he was around other Americans as well that were used to living in LA and stuff like that, and being able to help him out. It was just players from all over Europe, and obviously they weren't feeling too comfortable about that one. But it seems like we are ready to get underway with the action as we dive in. KPI versus fish123. We're already in the pistol round, Ben, and things haven't gone too fantastic for Fish. Most of the frags being found by Emenk, and that is Ziki for the final kill on Surreal as well. So that now goes 1-0, and KPI opening up with a big first round. Yeah, from what I could see yesterday through KPI's games, the top 2 performers quite consistently were that Kani and Emenk. So Emenk starting very, very strong there. 3 kills already on the go. 3 headshots to the USP. Had some nice dirty shots right there at the end as well. And the pistol. We did see beforehand, just before the broadcast started, that this was technically Fish's preferred map. Right, so this is their #1 map, and this is also the map they beat attacks on as well. So you'll be thinking these players feel very, very comfortable. And just in general, Fish have always liked Mirage. It's a very nice puggy map. You can slot in. Everybody knows how to play Mirage.
Yeah, it's a good map to just be the pug side. You can do whatever you want on it, really. It's not as restricted. Much more favourable for a team like Fish. And hopefully they've got what it takes going into this one, Ben, to kick up a fuss and show us some good damage. Kiyoshima, though, we'll open it up. So Kiyo is going to be on the roster for today, which has got to be a weight off their shoulders. He helps them out by trying to go for the fast play towards the A-bomb site. They go for the slow trade. Surreal tiptoes back up. They have lost Crucial. Obviously from Fish, we're not expecting too much out of this round. If they can get a bomb plant, that would probably be the best case scenario.
Yeah, they still need to find these opening picks. There's 2 players in the site that's going to be very difficult for Surreal to even get a chance with this deal. A lot of separate angles, and he does get propped down by Shaq right there. And he gets the second, should follow up with the third. Blames did get a second play on site. But there we go, $1,800 loot. And I was going to say he can go and get the M4 that was on site, but he actually ran towards jungle. So it doesn't quite get the rifle that was dropped on site. Passes MP9 on. 2-0 for KPI after the Fish force buy. And this should essentially be a throwaway round. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw perhaps a B contact play coming in here from Fish. Looks like they're just going to storm out mid, actually. So Kani, not a fantastic weapon to fight mid here. Just the UMP. He'll still face, get all the information, and then that Dink pretty much decides, yeah, I probably shouldn't be facing this. But Scar X, he's going all the way behind. MP9, will he be able to get the rewards from it? Gets the first player. All 4 players from fish123 right now are stuck behind the boxes. They need to get out of there, surely. It's only a matter of time until they get wiped out from both sides. And there we go, 3-0. Dropped to one player, but Skyrex thinking 1200 kill reward for an MP9. That's perfectly fine. And KPI in a good position to move on into this first buy round.
It's music, Ben. Can you hear the faint CS music in the background?
Very distant.
Yeah.
It's like you're in the bathroom at a party.
Oh, when you can hear it through a wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is good. And you're just like, oh, what's going on there? Are they listening to some of the wombats?
Perhaps. Fry, nice kill, but instantly traded out. From the T side perspective, you've got to be thinking that is a bonus, but considering the setup they have got, they only have that one player lurking to the A side of the map, so they actually have 0 map control there. Keo did spot the player jump spot in there, but I think both players saw each other. So Emank doesn't decide to keep doing that. He rotates onto site, gets a different angle. Hopes to get the drop on Keo if he does decide to walk in. Unfortunately, does not get that kill, so Keo freely gets into this B-bomb side. There's only one player here, and it's Ziki. He's on short, just spamming the smoke. He's given away his position, he's reloading. Bad timing.
That's not worked out well for him. So Crucial now knows he could take the fight and is able to get the kill on Ziki. As they have side control as well. They've pushed up. The 2 CTs that remain on the side of KPI might just want to save this one. There's no real point in attempting to fight it. They don't have the best cash either, so concede the round, back up and stay alive. Give Fish their first round on the board, and that's pretty effective. You only lose Fry. It's a good round from Fish. And Keo did all of the work, really.
Yeah, consider that the way Keo was just then. He had nobody with him, really, but he just decided, I think I can get this B kill. And he walks in, gets the kill, and that's probably something you wouldn't see him normally do in his other teams. Like, you know, if back when he was in FaZe, he was more of that sporty style player, you wouldn't see him going into his site on his own trying to get that entry. So perhaps being in this team of players who clearly respect him as a player.
Well, he's allowed to be the
thing,
absolute best Keo he wants to be, right?
Yeah.
If he goes, I want to go for this play, they're not going to say no. They're going to let him do it. And that's the difference, is he physically can't be an issue. He can't be the problem, Ben.
Yeah, that is the problem, right? But in this situation, as he said, he can do what he wants. If he feels like doing this, as I said, they won't say no. And it does let him literally just do whatever he wants, which in that case was go for the B pick, and it works out perfectly fine. And I think that's going to be one of the key parts towards the success today.
I think it will be. And the players around him, I mean, Surreal, someone that was touted as the best UK player when he was in his prime, when he was on Reason a very long time ago. Stupendous AWPer and also a very effective rifler. Fry, again, someone that's always been debated as, could he be the best UK player when he was at his prime? Very, very good. Crucial, although he isn't English, he has spent more time in English teams than I think most other European players have. He's always been in Infused, floated around that side for a very long time. He knows these players well, so he's going to be quite happy to slot in here. And Crucial can be deadly with an AWP. I think he is one of those that's definitely always been set on the cusp of the breakthrough, and hopefully we eventually see Joey be able to get into that tier 1, because he can back up that playstyle. Individually talented-wise, Ben, he can be dominant.
Well, for sure. I mean, consider back when I was in a team with him, he was probably playing at his peak for a long time. You know, that 1 week where he was absolutely incredible. I think it was 80 kills in 2 maps. And one of those maps didn't even go to overtime. That was a just crazy series from him. And technically, those results probably did push him into that big opportunity he had with Splice. And I'll be honest, he didn't exactly fail at Splice. No. It was just simply the team wasn't built that well.
The team wasn't that fantastic from the get-go, and it had a lot of integral issues because the time he came in, as you said, everything was going on with the changes, so it was a bit weird. But this push does come out. We've got 35 seconds left on the clock here as the play goes over towards the A-bomb site. Now, the CTs do have the advantage in terms of the defense, but can they actually win the round? That'll be the question. Crucial, going to go for the bomb plant. It will be the push back round. The fast trade could be very lucrative to giving them the round as KPI get the lead now, Ben. They're into the 3-on-2. The post plant positions. BlameF cuts off the rotate. And Fry playing it calm and collective. These are the rounds where he can do a lot of damage. He knows when to peek, but he just transfers health off of Emenk. It is the 1-on-1, trying to force the peek from BlameF. Is he going to fall for it? Extends round, but gets the kill. And Fish find themselves a second. Saves the AWP as well. It was costly. It wasn't easy for them, but they got it.
And that should technically be a tactical, or potentially a thought-through purchase coming from the CTs at least, because obviously you win the first 3 rounds. You'll have that extra 1 buy round, if not, you know, thanks to the save more than anything. But again, BlameF, that was a perfect lurk, really. If you think about it, he got into window, had a nice off angle, caught the AWPer out. Speaking of AWPers getting caught out, Canny just got absolutely destroyed in window.
I mean, it's a confidence play, right? I guess you don't have much to go with in terms of the weaponry, so if he can get a big pick, it would have been good for him, but goes down. It's like a sack of pebbles in some water, Ben.
They did actually recover that orb, though, and as Rose says, it was ticket, but that's actually a CT smoke in connector right there. And Surreal, just trying to get some info towards that B site. Doesn't get too much there. And the CT, they kind of forced into me some sort of aggressive play just to try and equalize that scoreboard at least. But alas, there is no one actually on this side of the map. And a B split is incoming. Question is, will that ult be able to rotate in time towards that kitchen area and actually assist his teammate at B? In fact, he's going for window.
I think. Ooh. Force back. Does get traded by Crucial.
This ult might be crunched now, though. BlameF's got the exit. In fact, he just dies straight up to Fry.
Yeah, overpowered. You thought you would have actually got that frag on Fry, but can't do it, even with a favoured weapon in that scenario. Now, the AK artist going to push out and try and paint a pretty picture as well. Coat the walls with Shaq's blood. But he just defends for the meantime. Holds the angle with the P250, Ben, and Fry's not the sort of player that's going to risk pushing this for no reason.
Yeah, he's got no need to do it at all. I mean, with his teammates clearing CT and jungle away, he should really be considering his exit just through the site. Just keep it safe, keep that money building. He only has $700 himself. So as far as he's concerned, he's just thinking, I'll hold here for a few seconds, but he can actually survive in that B apartment area, I think. Especially with him being on 100 HP, but Shaq, he does know he's there, which is why you can see him edging out here. Pete comes through, Fry doesn't really give a chance for Shaq to hit him there.
I mean, he had the opportunity, but Shaq needed to hit that headshot really with the P250 if he was going to win that. As soon as he started missing those shots, Fry just knew he could crouch, easy spray with the AK. He's not going to run into him, won't give him any more of an opportunity, and they get the round. So they have tied it up now, Ben, 3-3. So Fish, off the back of a slow round on the pistol, definitely looking effective now. The buy for KPI as well. Look at the lack of utility, Ben, and a bit of a mishmash. The MP9 and the FAM is coming out. It's not fantastic.
It was very weird, though. So Emenk got the M4 armor in, but Skyrex had bought a CZ and armor himself. He started looking around like, wait, what are we doing? Are we actually buying? And then he was forced into, he has to get something else with his, I think, like $2,000. He's like, okay, I guess I'll go at an MP9. So an MP9 CZ combo. I mean, at that point, what weapon do you even choose to use? They're both close range. They're both good in the headshots. Yeah, and the CZ's got such a long pull-out time as well. I mean, Surreal's able to get that kill free. I'm not too sure what that play was. Like, there was another B-play towards it, and he was on that truck. Couldn't really do anything other than essentially spray through smoke. And if he did hit Surreal once, that was a kill. That was very weird.
The Molotov as well. He did have the Molotov over towards that
he could have thrown that further up and at least try and force him out, try to trap him.
Because he was low. Surely he would have called that the damage was done, Ben, but instead he just holds on to it.
Very weird.
Surreal can just play from the back line now.
And he did get that M4 as well, so he did go scouting with an MP5. And Crucial does get the info towards B. And here comes the same. I mean, Surreal, you wouldn't think he's on 10 HP based on the way he was playing just then.
Very confident. He has the smoke to extinguish it as well if he wants to, but knows it isn't going to spread towards him, so we'll just hold his own. Starts to push out. If they trade him, it's not too bad, especially if he was able to get the entry, but instead Fry will kill him. Takes down Zeke. Sheik. Oh, Sheik. Shaq will also be killed. Got the backstab coming around. Can he?
Should be checked by BlameF here. Whether it's intentional or not, you'll see him there get the kill.
Easy.
And last man, Skyrex. Not had to use that MP9 CZ. Lucky for him, I suppose.
Yeah. But even then, it's not actually even too fantastic on the save. Sure, you've got the armor and you've got the CZ, that's fair enough, but the MP9 isn't going to be that useful. The rest of his side will be pretty broken for cash anyway, as this is fish123, completely desecrating their economy.
Yeah, the bonus at least would be he can pass that CZ on, I guess, because they will be looking to probably eco this round, because it's 2,900 lost points. He might be able to drop on Crucial here. Ooh. If he was slightly to the right, I think he would have seen ahead. But Crucial, very slippery with that AWP.
Like a snake, Ben. They're actually quite dry.
I think he's about to get him. Yeah.
Yeah, finds it.
Question is, will he survive? Blameless on the other side at A site. Oh, he nearly got the shot off as well.
The reaction with the AWP. That would have been a huge difference maker as well. If you can save the AWP on him there. But instead goes down, and look at the cash. About 3k across the board. He's the only one with actually a little bit more cash from the kill he got with the MP.
And that's purely because he got that kill with the MP9, and he also still had $800 because he left him in such a weird spot because that CZ buy. I think this is going to be a mid-push. Sure, this can't go right for them. Surreal should be able to get the Mo down right here. Gets 2, and a lot of damage down. That's the trade right through there. 2v4. That should be it, really. I think Fry gets the info that there's one player towards ramp. And it's just a matter of time here, really. There's a pinch coming in from BlameF. Question is, will he actually check towards site? There. Does see the head. And Fry can make that kill right there, and then last player in ramp. Easy going for Fish, really. They lose the one player, it's real. You have to fight 3 pistols at once, that's a fair trade, I suppose. But Fish looking very good so far.
This is the round that I'm sort of curious to see now, though. It's KPI, they've got cash again. They're back into a position where they have pretty full utility. Double AWP setup comes out for Canny and Nemank. It's not the first time we've seen it, but last time they had no opportunity to even use it, right? This is the first real round where it isn't just going to be Fish just getting those early picks and winning off the back of that. This is going to be a little bit more of a tester, so this round means a lot.
Yeah, Canny only checking for that short push. I mean, Surreal, he's been allowed to just get this close. And that smoke comes in a window, and Canny, he's been neutralized instantly. So his AWP, he was thinking about rotating towards B, and he has to go towards Ticket. The other AWP's at B. So his only way of going is towards Ticket, and there's already a player here. So it looks like they're just going to completely swap places. And they've got to hope the timing is against them, or rather with them. Crucial does get taken up by Canny there. So that's a good start for them. Last few rounds have not been great for them.
Headshot from Shaq onto Surreal, tries to get the follow-up frag on Fry. He does at least dink him, Ben, so he's on 10 HP. He can't be as effective as he would need to be in this scenario. ScarX could make a mistake. Good adjustment, actually. Gets the follow-up frag on Fry. It's all down to BlameF in a 1 versus 4. Not a round you want to be left in, but he tries to make the best of a bad situation by popping off 2 quick frags in rapid succession. He can plant the bomb and now try and play for the round win. A 1 versus 2, Ben.
He still has 2 flashes, and Nemank is so far away from his teammate here. Thing is, it's been long enough that he could have actually got off the site from the CT's perspective, but they have seen him now. He's looking to try and find that 1 kill. That's a very good Molotov though. Does a lot of damage to the keep, but that's not quite enough really. 2 players surviving. They should be able to get that second AWP back if they do indeed want to keep it. So it's right beneath his feet if he were to grab it. Does grab it there. So double AWP is kept. If I'm honest, the double AWP wasn't really a major influence in that round. I mean, the bigger thing was that they got that entrance, you know, crucial.
Yeah.
So I would be interested to see if they do anything different with it. Like, Canny, he got smoked out mid-window and then he was forced into Ticket. And that was probably best case scenario for him that round, because if he stayed around window, it wouldn't have done anything.
Okay, and fish123's solution to that is to go forward double setup. 1 on Crucial and 1 on Keo now. So, all right. Let's see how it works. What's Keo getting up to with the AWP? Supporting Surreal over towards the B site. Crucial, is he just going to play for a pick over towards A?
I'm going to assume that the call was made that last round they did have 2 AWPs, and that they sent 1 towards B, and maybe Keo's holding for that push, perhaps?
It seems like it. I think he's just holding the angle. It's probably just the little pixel shot towards B apartments on Keo. Yeah.
They're about to peek into that little pixel. Does have the hold in, but Nemank doesn't seem to be that bothered about it. He knows, I'll just hold back here, this is fine. And the same thing as last round, Canny has rotated towards CT with his AWP. Much slower round from Fish. Ooh, Keo did actually see him then. Missed the shot as well. Flashes him off the angle, and Nemank actually goes for the reface. I'm not too sure about that. Unneeded.
Bit risky. He's gifted that frag to Kyojima. And now Fish are in a good position. They're taking map control as well, especially when Fry gets pushed. So KPI getting antsy.
Yeah, they lose the man. It seems to be a very common trait for them in this game, at least. As soon as they lose one person on the map, they force the issue somewhere else. And Fish, they've already identified that by the looks of things. They're just getting an instant kill, followed by another one and another one. 2v5. This round should be done, and I'm surprised if Shaq gets out of there. There we go, killed by Surreal. And he's got hope to save this AWP again.
And a perfect example of how that round's gone down as well is the fact that it's nearly the team ace. Each player's got a pick because Keo finds that first frag off an aggressive face. Overly aggressive as well because he gave him that second opportunity. He could have just backed off with the info then, but he didn't. And the rest of the team has tried to force the issue, believing that they needed to then push off the back of it. Fish sat in that default for about 45 seconds, didn't move at all, and all of the kills have come their way.
Yeah, potentially inexperience coming in there as well, just kind of... You know, they understand the methodical play that if you do lose a player, you need to do something. Yeah. You can't just sit there and let time go down, you'll probably get outnumbered. But perhaps trying to do it more as a team, like we saw lots of individual, like
it was very isolated, just 1v1s, yeah.
Fry then got pushed to 1 player, same thing was happening across the board.
And it was the fact that the fight he took with Fry, even though they had utility, there was no flash in for him. Exactly. Someone else could have pop flashed him in, he could have gone for a play Fry holding an angle where he is at no disadvantage, he's going to win that fight every time, Ben.
Yeah, especially with an AK against an M4. Like, chances are...
Oh, easily, yeah.
The AK will most likely win that battle. So the AWP does go onto Canny after saving it. And he is going towards B with it. But unfortunately for them, fish123 clearly have a plan in mind just going towards that A site. Just Scarex left here. I mean, he's done a lot of damage to Fry, but can't finish him off. That's going to be another save. I mean, Ziggy's got a lot of information, like weapons and stuff here. He's quite heavily invested because of that save last round.
That's going to be frustrating as well. That tag onto Fry brings him down to 13 HP. He can fully just save this and hold on to that weapon. Has no reason to do anything other than just sit a ramp at this point. They're hunting the CTs out as well. Crucial. We'll find that kill. If they can deny the AWP save on Canny, it would be a bit better for them, but it's still not going to be the worst thing in the world, even if he does get through with it.
See him.
Yeah, fast pick. Takes down
But
Blade.
there's still about 20 seconds left here. He's getting hunted from all directions. His only exit technically would be through underpass.
If he goes for underpass now, he could be safe.
Yeah.
He just
It's
needs to
very
get
tight
through.
though. He's got 15 seconds right now, 10 seconds now. How close is the enemy behind him? Doesn't look like they're trying to force the issue too much. I mean, it's real. They know he has to be on the stairs or further up. This could be very, very close. He's just about tucked in.
He's just hiding.
Sees the gun.
Oh, the tag.
Went down to 35 HP, I think.
That was lucky. Very lucky there. But Fish, 1 round away from taking this with a 4-round lead over KPI. So they're looking good so far, Ben. Actually starting to set a big distance. If they do get 8 rounds as well, they would have pretty much locked down and dominated on that T half, even at that point.
Yeah, I mean, consider they didn't win the pistol either. It was 3-0 at one stage. So KPI only the 1 gun round this entire half. And fish123 trying to change it up a bit. A lot of players towards B at A site this time. And Crucial does have that AWP. He does spot the player at jungle as well. Ooh, that's a miss. He normally lands those.
He does indeed. Joey, not known for his misses on the easy shots, always normally very confident and composed, but he goes down. That gives Canny a big opening pick and makes things harder for Fish. So Surreal, looking to try and get that trade towards connector. Canny is there, Ben, but he's backing off. Oh, the play. Scarex, it means so much. Gets that first kill with a Famous. He's hungry to try and save the AK. Will scavenge it and back off, and Fish are struggling now, Ben. They're not getting the first picks, and the round is starting to dissolve before them.
The thing is, though, the rotation from KPI, they thought after getting 2 kills towards that site, the AWP was actually moving towards B. I mean, Surreal's position right here could be absolutely huge in this round. The longer they can give for Surreal to get this huge rotate around, the better. But it looks like they're going up ramp early. They're at least showing presence. Like, you can see Surreal, his slow rotate all the way around Canny. And Canny, he is actually checking the backside, and he gets the kill. 2v5. You can see a lot of thoughts going through their heads right now. Not many grenades is the other issue. Trying to force the issue everywhere they can find. If they take more guns off KPI, they've done pretty damn well. But that's not a good start.
No, not at all. Scarex, really 19 HP, confident man as he will find that frag, and he's pushing out, going on the aggressive. Kiyoshima should hear his footsteps as he's going to elephant foot his way towards him. Kyo just stays low, hiding under the angle. Actually might have the drop on him here, Ben. He's so low as well, it's quite easy to get killed with the CZ, and he can save now. No one else is going to aggress, they'll just hold back. So Kyo gets through the round with the AWP, but they don't really need cash. Everyone on that side is locked and loaded. They have so much money. It's more just the fact they had to do damage to the economy at KPI. Those are the ones that are teetering on the edge, but a double AWP setup comes through.
Yeah, double AWP coming through again. I mean, you just consider that that's technically, what, the 2nd gun round that they actually got this game. And they've had double AWP, what, 3, 4 rounds of that? They've always had an AWP in play. I'm not too sure if they need the double AWP, but clearly there must be some reason behind them going for it as much as possible. And Shaq is taking so much damage from just a Molotov there. I'm not too sure how he's taking damage from a Molotov while, you know, near jungle to stairs area.
I don't know, Ben. It's very bizarre.
54 damage from that.
Sat in the Molotov.
Accepted it, but looks like
He wanted the warmth. He was very cold.
Mirage looks like it's quite a warm climate.
It does, but it's deceiving.
Deceiving.
Yeah. It's actually just the Aurora Borealis at this time, in this place.
Sure.
Isolated just in a...
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're clearly grilled. Well, Crucial going to find that headshot. Over on Emanek, takes him down. Kiyoshima goes for the fast play back through, trying to time it well. Little jump face, cheeky stuff as he Hopes to do the damage, but he's forced off, Ben. The Molotov is good.
Yeah, there should be an instant trade though on the A side. Cannon, he's forced to make the peek. Fry takes him straight down. Keo, after all that time towards B, he has been able to get that one lurk kill, and Shaq has been spotted. 3v1. You can't help but feel like he needs to go for it because they do need some more rounds on the board, but it looks like he's going to peek towards short and should be taken down right there. 8-5, and that's the money reset again for KPI. They will be able to get some kind of buy-in. It won't be great. If I was the IGL, actually, I probably would go for a save round and then go for the buy in the final round of the half. I hope to just get that 6 on the board, but instead they're going for the buy. In fact, they're not actually all going for the buy. It's a very weird one. Shaq's gone for a CZ armor.
Everybody else sport as well. The classics brought it back out.
Very peculiar. I don't really understand it. And that's the AWP already gone.
Yeah, that was the one potential they had. BlameF just going to show off that movement as he glides in through window as well.
Should hit Shaq running.
Try punish more. Shaq does have the AWP. It's all about the timing. He gets the better shot off. And we'll be able to eliminate him. Scarex, a close range angle with the MP9. It's not the worst position to actually have it. It can be quite dominant, but Fry, not blind at all. One tap with the AK is all it took to heal his head off. Crucial, going to scalp Shaq as well. And it's not gone well for the CT side, then. KPI pretty much bombed out of the server.
Yeah, he's just left on this boost at B. I mean, best case scenario, he gets Surreal killed. And he tries to save that AK, I guess. But Surreal knows he doesn't need to force the issue. It's the last round of the half next. You don't really want to give them an AK going into it because the money will not be great. So Fish get that 9th round on the board. Consider, again, KPI won 2 buy rounds. It's been a pretty poor half for them, considering.
It's not been amazing. And Fish, if they could make this a 10-5, that would be a scary feat, especially when they then flip over onto their CT half, Ben. That's where they can lock it down. Because you think of the Fish roster, right? That CT side, if you're good at holding your angles and defending a bomb site, like the majority of these players are, they're basically just sentry guns. Crucial, very effective on CT side Mirage. Kiyoshima, able to rip some heads off. He knows that they'll damage with an M4. All of this squad is strong. Surreal and Fry, again. I mean, it writes itself, really. And the one that's popping off the most right now has been BlameF, the Danish demolisher, who has definitely found his footing in this roster. And I think as well, fish123, it's because they're all just friends. So they gel well. They know how to play that style of CS they want, and they've definitely got the talent to back it up.
I mean, that's a lot of things that people forget about with CS as well. It's not just, is this the best 5 you can make? Cool, let's do it. And then you don't get along with them personally. You still need to have fun, is the other part about it. Like, it's still a game at the end of the day. I understand that you need to take it seriously when more money gets involved and everything like that. But if you're just constantly thinking, you know, we need to be winning everything, that's all it is. I just want to win, nothing else. You will kind of depress if things start to go wrong. You'll think, maybe this isn't the 5, we need to change something.
Yeah. It starts to ruin the game for you, and you see a lot of people burn out too quickly when that becomes the case. Now, interestingly, into this round, the only player that's pushed up towards top mid is Shaq. He has been able to get into position to defend the bomb, but now he's left in a 1 versus 3, so it's not a fantastic round for him. Does scavenge the AWP. If he can get this first pick here onto Fry, make it the 1v2, it could be tremendous. Fast little adjustment. As he backs off now, just waiting for the push to come in, Ben. The smokes have gone down.
Ooh, I thought I could see him.
Firing off the warning shots. BlameF plays with the anti-flash, but they push through the smoke at the same time. Kiyoshima punished because of this. Shaq gets the shot off, kills BlameF, pulls off the round to give him the advancement at the end of the half there, Ben, making it a 9-6 rather than a 10-5, and that actually could be a big difference maker.
I mean, definitely considering if they were to win the pistol and convert from there, we're looking at potentially 9-9. I mean, I understand BlameF running into the smoke backwards because Keo said he'll flash for him.
Yeah. It was a smart play. It's just the fact it was that momentary lapse. So low as well at the end there.
Yeah, BlameF did actually hit him on that last little bit. So, I mean, that's probably a blessing right there for KPI. They've not looked great in these buy rounds.
No, that's a big save for them. The opening pistol last time, they looked good. Can they do that on their T side as well? A lot of aggression coming out from fish123 though, crucial. Fast face towards mid, with BlameF just sprinting his way up. Gets the first kill, but knows when to call it quits. Backs off, Kiyoshima also comes through. And they're struggling, Ben. They're falling to pieces, and it is only Emenk that remains. He is done for. At least gets one frag as a consolation prize, but still, it's fish123 picking up the opening pistol, meaning this is probably going to be, what, a 12-6 scoreline before KPI start to fight back?
Yeah, KPI at least have to force into this round just by the fact, no plan, you only got the one kill.
Yeah.
It's pretty pointless not buying into it here. So the buy comes through with 3 smokes. One of them gets used at mid. Actually, there's 4 smokes there. So one at mid, regular smoke there, Crucial will probably spam mid. And then, I guess it's just typical A smokes. I mean, Fry's playing close here as well, though. They're just running straight into him.
Ooh, Fry.
I'm confused. Like, the nade will do a lot of damage as well.
They're just running into him, Ben. They're giving him so much money. That's the worst bit about it.
And Fry, very composed, actually falls back. Most players, when they've got 3 kills in that A push, they'll try and find even more, be quite greedy with it. But Fry, very composed player. As I say that.
Does push out for the fade with 13 HP. Punished because of it, and actually a lot of the teammates are being slaughtered by this CZ. No real weapons in reach though, so from a distance, Blaymeth will eventually get that kill. That is an 11th picked up for Fish, and still no Blom plant? The Blom field. The bomb plant for KPI, unfortunately.
Yeah, so this should be another throwaway round essentially as well. See an MP9 being built by Fry. Crucial loves to keep just the USP sometimes when he knows there's going to be no armor on these enemies. Actually, he's been dropped to number 4. That seems quite peculiar to me, because normally he would actually go USP and just try and farm with it.
Yeah, just try to build up cash and go for some easy taps.
Yeah, but Fry, he's going to have to deal with these players again with an SMG. Should be able to deal with them as they jump off the balcony, but Crucial's not even giving them a chance to get off.
No.
Gets 3 kills, and Fry does get his 2 kills with it, meaning he has broke even now with his MP9 purchase, and he gets to upgrade to an M4.
Worked out well for Fry and for Crucial. Obviously, a good decision to give him that M4 in the end.
I suppose, yeah.
Just spamming through them. So we reached that predicted 12-6 scoreline, and this is where KPI do actually have a chance to fight back. Obviously, no bomb plants in both of those rounds, so they had to wait until this point. The AKs now come through. They set up for the mid-smoke. Is this going to be a fast take-up short?
Does look like they're waiting for some smoke or flashes to come down. I mean, no smoke whatsoever here.
He was sat up for it this entire time. Doesn't throw the smoke.
Very peculiar. They smoke window now.
They've had to throw it on the fly, though, Ben. I don't understand what the setup was. Did he miss it?
Not too sure, but it is working at their advantage somehow here. Got the 2-man down already on the Fish side. But it's been long enough that they're quite, scared of what's happened at the A side of the map. Like, as far as they know, Fry could have pushed Ramp, he could have pushed Palace. It's all kind of options. And Shaq, I've got to feel like as soon as these smokes fade at mid, Fish will get the info. And it does look like Crucial is looking for that, along with Surreal. But as soon as they clear this top mid sort of area, I think they're going to probably bank on it being an A-side play.
You'd imagine so. So Crucial doesn't realize the player in Shaq has pushed up into the apartments on that B side of the map. Palace also being taken. The control outside of ramp. The utility they have left is just 2 smokes and 2 flashbangs, and luckily those are all over towards the A sites. They can use them effectively. Looks like the play might be a backstab or a little fake here from Shaq. He hasn't rotated off yet, Ben. So if he goes for a play, he could try and force them to stay on the site. And it's 30 seconds left. It's a 2-player stack on B, 1 player over towards A, but it's Fry. And Fry, he's normally effective in these positions.
Yeah, he needs to get at least 1, and they need to kill this B player without him getting anything. So that started off perfectly for them. And Fry, he knows the player's coming towards this site. He's just going to have to waste time here. Doesn't get the chance to, though. Does get taken down. 3v2 now. On the smoke, I believe that's going to land top connector, but Crucial, that nade should do a heck of a lot. Ooh. Look at that.
Big dink. Everyone losing their armor as the shrapnel will hit them. Crucial going to flash over. That will allow Surreal to go for the peek off the back of the flash. Doesn't really blind anyone, though. And they're in good position.
Firebox.
That's the only downside. It's a bit risky. They might not expect it if they get the first frag, though, Ben. As they push around Crucial with 1. They get the second, but they don't know. No one's going to clear it. Only now do they realize what's going on. And luckily, they had Surreal there. He does have the kit, jumps straight on the bomb and can get the defuse. That's going to be a 13-6 scoreline. They tried to stack 2 players there behind the firebox. Was hoping the commotion would catch them off guard, but it doesn't really work out that way. And it's close. Round 20. KPI, they do have money to rebuy, but after this, they're going to be broken. And if they lose this round, they've basically lost any chance of winning the game before pushing it into overtime, as that would be a 15-round scoreline for Fish, Ben.
I'm surprised that the player at Firebox was actually not fully just tucked in, trying to hide and play the, play the fool, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because surely you're thinking, yeah, our wide peak, they won't think that you're there. Instead, he goes for that first kill, and obviously, unfortunate not to get more.
Yeah.
But Fry is just being challenged constantly at his A site.
And they overpower him this time. He only gets the 1, not the 2 like normal, so they're able to expand a lot more quickly here. The early tags coming through, but it's still going in favor of fish123. They've got the advantage. Candy with the bomb, about to just charge in.
Joey should be able to see that.
Oh, crucial. As soon as he gets the angle, realizes the bomb has gone down, but barely misses with the timing, being slightly unfortunate. Fast face towards Palace. The confidence bodes well, as he will hit that shot. Canny trapped in a horrible position here, Ben. He's been railed down from the rear, and it is all on Shaq and a 1 versus 4. He has the ramp control, but they have about 7 smokes, and they're not going to give a damn. Easy kill, crucial with the first frag. That'll be the defuse, and that's the 14th round picked up. And they do get the bomb down, so they get a bit more money, and that is actually a lot more important than it seems.
Yeah, it means they can get a slightly better buy than they just had, but hopefully a better game plan will come with it as well, because that wasn't fantastic. I mean, Fry got that early kill. It was luckily traded. Like, it was a very fortunate trade because they just sprayed while running through the smoke to kill Fry. It wasn't exactly like it was a composed, they won the trade sort of thing. But it looks like it will be completely different this time. The AWP going towards Palace with no armor for a pick. And Joey gets the first goal up mid. Looks good for the second.
Ooh.
Does get traded though.
Yeah, the drive-by AK shot from Shaq.
And Blamev, look how aggressive that is.
That was a very wide swing towards mid. Straight peeks out.
He's actually winning that firefight.
No armor. The glass cannon AWP, Ben. You hate to see it.
The 2 players from the CT side do drop while pushing short there, but they put a lot of damage down. So this isn't exactly out of the water for them just yet. Because Blamev, he seems very confident in his peaks. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him actually get information towards mid later on, as soon as Fry clears Palace fully. It does look like right now he's waiting to see if they go up catwalk, and hoping that Fry can make a big backstab later on in the round.
Fry is a huge catalyst in this. It depends on his play quite majorly, but the round's changing. They're coming back. They're going to go for the connector play. Blamev. If he gets the first frag, it could go well. But if Shaq peaks first, it's going to be a harder fight. Obviously, only 29 HP there.
I think if Shaq peaks first, Blamev still gets the drop on him. He won't be pre-aiming this corner. It looks like they're going to double face it, but when you double face it like that, this player, Blamev, he should be able to get the pick. That's the first kill there. And there's no trade.
Shaq
nothing whatsoever.
Doesn't assist him, Ben. He's not gone for that play. Fry now going to clear to see if it is towards the B side. And this has forced them back as well. But he's slow walking the whole way. He should hear that.
And that's the bomb. 20 seconds. That has to be round. He gets this kill on the player running through. Bomb is down. 15 seconds. Fry just has to stay alive at this point, I suppose. And 10 seconds. There's no time. Surely not.
And that just goes to show as well, in a scenario like that, the advantage of playing together.
Yeah, I mean, you're 3v2, man up. And you still let the player with lower health clear it, fine. He'll probably die first anyway. You can use him to get the information. But you don't trade the kill.
That's the thing. At that point, you would have been better off going for the double peak.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1 face.
If you both die, then he's done very well and connected his kill.
It would have to be crazy for him to get that frag. You would at least get the trade kill. Then you're in an even... Well, yeah, at that point, you've got the advantage.
Yeah,
2 on
still
1.
an advantage, yeah.
You win.
That's the endless bit about being T-set and having that first kill and you trade it. You're always going to be ahead.
Very, very awkward for them. All-out aggression towards mid. Blamev's position as well. Jumps up, just slaughters him with the AK. Crucial gets 2 kills. This has got to be over, surely. Fry will be able to have a field day with the remaining 2 men. Only claims 1 before Shaq tries to do something as a last-ditched attempt. But this will be fish123. It has to be them closing it out. Shaq has 12 HP. He's in a 1 versus 3, and Surreal has done it. That is Fish closing it out, Ben, as KPI fall short on Mirage, a map that Fish have always been notoriously good on, and they looked very, very effective. They lock it down and walk out of there with a win under their belt, and that was quite a fast-paced game as well. Pretty quick one to open up the day.
Yeah, I mean, consider the situation, right? KPI 3-0 up. They struggled to get rounds on the board through that first half, and technically, even to get their 6th round on the board, it was a huge play from Shaq.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem like they seemed very comfortable on it, just around the board. Like, they had the double buys very, very often, and they didn't really do anything with them.
It just kind of seemed like it was something they were doing for the sake of it, and one of the worst issues with that is they constantly broke their own economy, because it's such a big investment. You have to pump so much cash into it. If you're not finding the initial picks or being able to build off the back of it, and if it's such a huge set piece for your CT side, you need to be getting a return from it, because it's too much money. You can't afford that on a regular round.
Yeah, you can't invest, like, what, 47.50 just to have your AWPer sit on the track at B and do nothing. And then after 30 seconds, he'll push see the person, but then re-peek into it anyway. Like, it just seems like a waste.
And especially on a retake in that scenario as well. Having 2 ops on a retake towards a site, which was most predominantly being taken, it's not going to help you. It's not going to give you any more of an edge. It just means the rifles have to do so much more work. And KPI, they did struggle. They have fallen short once again to a UK side as they go down to fish123 here. A 16-6 scoreline. It was pretty much in their favor the majority of the time, Ben.
Yeah, Fish looks very comfortable on it, just in the gun rounds in general. You can see another one here. PlayMF did that great lurk towards mid, and he does close out that 1v1. But ultimately, you know, Fish, they were just a lot more confident, if I'm honest. Like, PlayMF was the epitome of confidence in this entire game.
Took every fight you wanted.
Yeah, and it's good to see, you know, some UK players again. Further in the tournament, obviously we wanted Endpoints to get through because they were, in recent form, they've at least been showing that they are a strong team and to be, you know, afraid of in terms of European stuff. But they quite were able to make it happen.
Fish123 making a splash in this small pond so far as they start off the group stage well. There is more to come. In the meantime, we'll leave you with these replays and we'll be back in with some more Counter-Strike action after the break.